I hope we can get in, whispered Shiza.
Simra, Safan, Shaheer, and Shiza stood before a weathered stone archway. Vines covered it. This was the entrance to the Enchanted Garden. They had been searching for it for days.
She held a small golden key. They had found it hidden in an old book.
Safan took the key. He carefully placed it in the archway's lock. The key glowed with a soft light. The vines parted. The archway opened with a magical whoosh.
Wow! Exclaimed Shaheer. He was impressed. They all were.
The children stepped inside. The air shimmered with 1,000 colours. Beautiful flowers bloomed everywhere. The scent was delightful. Butterflies flitted through the air.
It's more beautiful than I imagined, breathed Simra. She couldn't wait to explore.
Safan nodded in agreement. He was excited too. This was the start of their adventure. He knew it. The children, hand in hand, walked into the garden. They were ready to see what awaited them. A beautiful woman stood in the middle of the garden. She had long flowing hair and a kind smile. She wore a dress made of leaves and flowers. This was Queen Lila. She was the ruler of the Enchanted Garden. Queen Lila. "Welcome, children," she said. Her voice was as sweet as birdsong. "You must be the ones to save us," Queen Lila exclaimed. She looked relieved. Hope filled her eyes. "Queen Lila, we've been expecting you," added Queen Lila gently. She led them to a beautiful fountain. It sparkled in the sunlight. They all sat on the edge of the fountain. The children listened to Queen Lila. She needed their help. "Queen Lila, this garden is in danger," Queen Lila revealed sadly. Her voice trembled slightly. The children felt worried. Queen Lila explained everything. The Enchanted Garden was special. It held the balance of nature. Queen Lila. "Our magic helps everything grow," she said. She sounded proud. It was a big responsibility. Queen Lila. "But a shadow has fallen over the garden," she continued, her voice filled with sadness. A dark wizard had cursed the garden. Queen Lila. "He wants to steal the garden's magic," Queen Lila whispered. She was afraid of what would happen. The children were shocked. Queen Lila. "If he succeeds, nature will be destroyed," Queen Lila said. She looked at the children with pleading eyes. They had to help her.
We will help you, Simra said bravely. She knew they had to do something.
Safan, Shaheer, and Shiza nodded in agreement. They were determined to save the garden. Queen Lila smiled gratefully. She knew she could count on them. Queen Lila told them about the only way to break the curse.
You must find 3 mystical artifacts.
These artifacts were very powerful.
They are hidden in different parts of the garden.
The children listened carefully. This was important.
The first artifact is the Crystal of Light.
It sounded very important.
It's hidden in the Whispering Woods.
The woods sounded mysterious. The children felt a thrill of excitement. This was going to be an adventure.
Be careful, young heroes.
She was worried about them. The woods were full of puzzles.
Use your wits and courage.
She knew they were brave. The children nodded seriously. They were ready for the challenge. The children entered the Whispering Woods. The trees were tall and thick. Sunlight struggled to get through. Strange whispers seemed to come from everywhere.
This place is creepy.
She shivered a little.
Let's stick together.
He wanted to make sure everyone was safe. They followed a winding path. It was the only way through the woods. Soon, they came to a clearing. There was a giant oak tree in the middle.
I think the Crystal of Light is hidden in that tree.
She pointed to a small hole in the trunk. But a circle of mushrooms surrounded the tree. They glowed with an unnatural light.
Those mushrooms look dangerous.
He was right to be cautious.